Hi, hello, happy Thanksgiving. Hope you have a great Thanksgiving today. So today I'm going to make a special Thanksgiving meal, just starting a family tradition to make something special. I've tried turkey before, turkey never worked out for us. So I'm going to make Farah Khan's roasted chicken along with my spin-off on the whole vegetables. So first of all, hopefully you have a great Thanksgiving. Thank you all for watching my videos. It really motivates me. Every time anyone sees my video, it makes me feel happy. So thank you all, and hope you enjoy this recipe. Hope you try out something special, start a new family tradition. Something to celebrate on, which the whole family can cherish. So thank you. Please do watch my blog.
Okay, so we got this whole chicken here. My husband is trying to clean it over here. We have just put some turmeric just to sanitize it properly. So he's going to do it. And this is a skin out chicken, roughly around 3 pounds. So that is the weight of it. So he's going to clean it nicely. Okay, so I've asked him to remove this is his favorite knife that he used. This is the chopper. So he's going to remove the backbone. So let him try to do that. So I just feel this helps the chicken to settle in little more better way. So, but be careful not to break the chicken into two. You two, I'm telling you. So he's just going to remove the backbone of it and take it out. And again, you can use that backbone in making some kind of chicken stock or some kind of a soup. So you don't need not throw that out. So yeah, let him do this. Okay, so I'm going to start here by showing the ingredients that I'm going to use for the marination. I've pretty much used the same ingredients as Farah Khan used. So it's pretty much the same here. So I'm going to have lemon or lime juice over here. This is freshly ground garlic paste. Yeah, just an advice I would give, don't use store bought. Try to grind it fresh, and of course this will be the best. This is chili flakes. I've used regular chili flakes here. I may be using a little Kashmiri chili powder for color later, but I'm going to decide, depending upon, because I know this is a little spicy and we don't eat so much of spicy level. So I'm going to, that's why I've kept it a little less. Salt to taste, depending upon, how much the size of the chicken is. Olive oil, this is also going to go in the seasoning. And again, freshly ground homemade pepper. Now, I'm also going to use this mustard that I have over here. So again, if you do not have this mustard, again, this is not a brand promotion. You can use any kind of a mustard sauce, and you can just take yellow mustard. If you have the yellow mustard like this at home, this is what you get in the stores. I had initially bought it thinking I'll bake a paste, but then I don't have time now. So you can just take this mustard, you can just grind it for roughly before it lets out the oil. You can even make a coarse paste of it that is actually good. So you can just use that. But I have been told that the mustard really adds a very good flavor. So that's what I'm going to just use this today. Okay, so I've taken here a big vessel that I have, which I think my chicken is going to fit inside this. And since we have already added the oil in the chicken, I'm just going to spray it with a little oil just to grease the pan. So just it's a spray that I have done. And now I'm going to load the chicken inside this. Be careful when you're loading it, and we are going to add some water in it. So let me try that out. Yeah, okay, so in goes the chicken. If you can see over here. Yes, so I'm going to put the chicken inside. Whatever the juices of the chicken is there, don't let that go to waste. Let's just put it, just add it over here. Okay, and now we are going to add water. So if you see, I'm going to add little water at a time, first to cover the leg. This is hot boiling water. This chicken is going to take roughly around an hour to cook. So I'm going to just let this sit. I'm going to cover it and just let it sit on very low heat. Okay, so here I'm going to make the broccoli. So I'm going to add a little olive oil. You can use any kind of oil that you want. We're going to use a garlic powder. If you do not have this garlic powder, just use fresh garlic which is finely chopped. Then we are going to add in some pepper, salt and some sugar. Okay, I'm going to add the broccoli over here, just raw broccoli. Take care to cut the broccoli into equal size pieces. Otherwise, when you're, baking it or when you're air frying it, sometimes it doesn't get cooked inside properly. So just mix it nicely, just sit it for 10 minutes. And we are going to air fry this on 350 Fahrenheit for roughly 7 to 8 minutes. If it's not enough, you can just do it for 1 or 2 minutes extra, but that should pretty much take care of it. Okay, so now I'm going to put in the broccoli that we had kept it ready. So I'm just going to toss it in my air fryer. I've already preheated this air fryer. You can see it sizzling. And what I'm going to put over here, the temperature setting is going to be, as I said, it's going to be 350 for 8 minutes. And then I'm going to finish it off for 400 for another minute extra. Okay, I'm going to show the recipe of the air fried sriracha potato smash over here. So first of all, I'm going to use this creamy sriracha sauce. You can use Cajun sauce too if you have that. Okay, next goes in the sugar, and then we're going to add a little salt for the seasoning. I added some oil in this, and here I have the onion shoots or the shallots. They give a very good flavor. So I've finely chopped this, and I'm going to give it a nice mix. Okay, so here I have well boiled potatoes. Very important, do not remove the skin. I've used golden or yellow potatoes. You can also use the baby potatoes, they're also very good. So I've just cut it into halves, because my potato size was bigger. So I'm going to cut it. We're going to nicely coat the potato in this marinade. And now I'm going to make the smashed potatoes. What I have done is that, I have had to take the air fryer base over here. I just put a plate underneath it because I just wanted to shoot it. So I just wanted to put it like this. So first I'm going to grease the pan. I put some oil spray over here. There are some tidbits from my broccoli air frying, but yeah, that doesn't matter. So it's okay. So what we're going to do is that first take a potato. We're going to take a potato and we're going to put its skin down. If you have something, I'm using a glass bowl here. You can use something like, whatever you have, as long as it's a flat surface. Just make sure it doesn't really, it's okay to have patterns and all that, but it shouldn't have, ridges, then it's harder. So you're just going to go like this and you're going to smash it. That's all you're going to do. Yeah. So the potato may try to disintegrate. If you see, I've boiled it very well. so it may try to disintegrate. So I'm going to do this for the rest of the potato. I may have to go for 2 batches because my air fryer is a little smaller. If you have the bigger one, the Philips kind, the tray, it's a lot easy. Or you can make this on a big roasting pan and you can just put it in the oven. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to complete it for all of my potatoes, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do for 8 minutes roughly at around 350. Again, it depends upon your potatoes. Some potatoes take more time to cook. Mine will take a less time to cook because they're well done. So I'm probably only going to go maximum 5 or 6 minutes. So adjust it according to how well cooked your potato is and the type of the potato. Okay, so now I'm going to make the salad that we are going to eat today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little lime juice, not too much, just a little. Of course, we are going to add a lot of salt as per taste, however we want. Add some sugar. I have added some brown sugar. Actually, honey works best for salads. I don't have honey at the moment, but yeah, if you have that, that will be great to add it. Now I'm also going to add a balsamic vinaigrette over here. If you don't have it, just add a little bit of vinegar. The lime juice is going to make it a little acidic, but whatever the vinegar taste, and the not the harsh vinegars, the very mild vinegars, they always give it a very good flavor. And I'm going to put a little cilantro. So we're going to bring this to a nice mix. We want to just make sure that everything is nicely soaked up. So I'm going to add, this is chickpeas or chana. I have boiled them already with a little bit salt over here. So you can add that. If you don't have it, you can just substitute it with any other protein. Maybe you want to add a little chicken or anything else. Just feel free to substitute it with that. These are cherry tomatoes. We get good cherry tomatoes at this time of the season. So I've just washed that and cherry that. And again, if you are making it for guests, you want to impress your guests, try to add colorful ones. It looks really good. Here I have cucumbers. I've just retained the skin for extra fiber. So if you don't like the skin of cucumber, yeah, feel free to remove that. But I always like that, to add that, and also it adds to the color. Here I have apples. Yes, I always use apples in salad, and also this is from my tree, so I really won't want to lose this, or that to go waste. So add this, and always the little tartness of the apple really helps a salad. It gives you that perfect mix. And then we are going to mix this nicely. Yeah, so this is a simple salad, with a little bit different ingredients, and it goes really well because it has protein. This can be had as an evening snack. It's a weight loss recipe too. It has a lot of fiber, it has the protein, and it's good to eat too. So I'm going to add this. You can add cumin to this if you want, or jeera powder to that. I sometimes add it, but if you're trying the balsamic vinegar for the first time, I would recommend first you try this and then you can add it. It will enhance the taste. Okay, so now it is time to check our chicken roast. So this has been cooking for almost an hour, or a little more than that. So I've just put it on low flame. I've not done anything extra than what I showed. Yes, look how beautiful it is. So you can see that the chicken has really cooked very well. I did expect a little gravy, but since I didn't add a lot of water, this was pretty much like a dry. It kind of gives a rotisserie finish. So I did do this voiceover after I ate it, and it was amazing. The taste was good, the chicken was juicy, it was not dry. So I really think the stove pot method of cooking it really helps it. That's usually a problem with the roast chicken, that it gets very dry, but this was not. The spice level was perfect. We always take a little less spice, so that was perfect, but you can always increase the spice level. The mustard gave it a nice taste profile. So this was how we had our Thanksgiving meal. Hope you really enjoyed this video. You try at least few of the recipes, and I'll meet you soon with the next recipe.